Kliff, can you just give us your take on everything? And is this going to be one of those where you're going to look back and wonder what if, what could have been?
Yeah, today was quite a few unfortunate events out there, but you got to give LA credit. Thought they had a good plan with the quarterback and executed it. You know, have a very good defense and made plays when they had to. Thought our guys played hard all year. Were competitive, played to win. Just came up short today, and like I said, got to give LA a lot of credit.
Hey, Kliff, how serious was Kyler's injury, and then what went into him going back in that late, and how come he didn't come back in earlier?
Yeah, I think it was pretty significant. You know, we'll see how it feels moving forward, but he just needed to loosen it up. I mean, he heard it and wasn't able to push off there for a while and continue to work on it. Our training staff continued to work with him. And, you know, he got to a point that he felt it was bearable and came back in, which was impressive. I mean, you saw when he got back in the spark he gave us, and we were able to move the ball some. Obviously, we weren't able to finish like we needed to, but I was really proud of him. That's gutty, especially a guy who uses his legs like he does to feel like that and hop back in and try to help his team, you know, make the playoffs.
Next up, Craig, Catherine, and Kent.
Hey, Coach, just your thoughts on not having Brett Hundley on the active roster today, given what was going on at quarterback?
Yeah, that's been how it's been every game this season. So we continued that. We felt Kyler was good to go, had a good week of practice, and it wasn't the same injury.
Kliff, to follow up on getting Kyler back in the game, was there any balance of, with playoffs on the line, trying to get him back in sooner but not pushing it, and who made that decision to put him back in? Yeah,
ultimately he did. We made sure that he was in a place where we didn't feel like he could injure himself further, and started feeling better, and so he wanted to go and give it a try.
What had you seen from Chris Strebler and all the way through camp and practices that, you know, we obviously hadn't had the chance to see and maybe wasn't apparent today?
Yeah, I just had made plays, handled himself really well. I mean, this is a tough spot to be thrown in the game, obviously, without ever having any preseason football, not getting a ton of reps throughout the season and 0 game reps. But, you know, I thought it was an unfortunate event there at the end of the half. We thought they jumped. We thought it was a free play. Still got to protect the ball, but we'll have to look at that and see there. But, you know, we had our opportunities, and I thought he came in and handled himself.
Next up, Sierra, Josh, and Bob.
I'm assuming that you got to address the guys after the game in the locker room. What was your message to them?
Yeah, I mean, I'll leave that in the locker room, but obviously incredibly proud of that group. We made, you know, strides. There's no question as an organization. We're not where we want to be, but the competitiveness from year 1 to year 2 definitely stepped up. And I thought, like I said earlier, each and every week we had a chance, and guys believed we could win the games, and we just didn't get it done enough as a group, and we have to keep pushing and keep getting better.
Hey, Kliff, even with all that carryover, obviously you go from 5 wins to 8 wins. What kind of carryover to this offseason into next year can this type of ending to a season, basically after the bye, do to a team?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really understand your question, but like I said, you know, we've made strides, and that's in the right direction. And we have to continue to get pieces around Kyler, continue to build it the right way. But, you know, a couple games here or there, we're right where we wanted to be. We just have to learn from these and keep moving forward.
Kliff, you told us you fully expected Wolford to, you know, give it his best shot and show up, because this is what he's worked for his entire life. What did you see from the kid?
Thought he played tough. You know, made enough plays to win the game when he had to. Use his legs. Thought Sean had a good plan for him, and you know, it was impressive to see him handle himself like that in his first start.
We'll wrap it up with Catherine, Craig, and Kent.
Kliff, even with a next man up mentality, when Kyler goes down, when you're missing Larry and Christian Kirk, how do you evaluate what the offense did in a game like this?
You just got to find a way. I mean, we all knew it was by any means necessary, and unfortunately, we didn't make enough plays. Had some tough calls go against us that ended up being huge plays in the game. But we have to find a way to make enough plays. We gave them 9 points offensively with that interception return and the safety, and it just wasn't good enough.
Kliff, I know the game just finished recently, but what's your level of disappointment right now just with this season? I know you finished 8-8. There was improvement, but you just missed the playoffs given the last couple of weeks.
I'm just proud of our guys and their effort all year. Thought they fought their tails off and gave us everything they had each week.
Given that Chris didn't even have preseason experience, any regrets that with so much on the line you didn't go with Brett today as a backup?
Not at all.